police can no longer request Ring camera videos inside the app, but they might still get them. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Ring camera, which is owned by Amazon, no longer allowing police and fire to request videos from users inside the app. Now, this comes as they quote unquote sunset a tool called Request for Assistance. This is an in-app tool that allows local law enforcement to ask for videos from local residents without a warrant. Now, it's an ask. I'm not quite sure if they can deny it, but I'm pretty sure they can, because the way they're phrasing it, saying ask and request, that means they could just put it out there. Hey, there was a crime that happened at this place and that place. If you have any video, we'd like to get it. We are requesting your assistance. But that will no longer be available inside the app. Now, the police can still get videos. Don't get it twisted. They can get a warrant from a judge and take the videos without anybody's permission. Or Ring sometimes shares videos because they feel like they have to. Under quote unquote exigent circumstances, they reserve the right to share certain videos without asking you first. In 2022, mid-2022, they said they shared like 11 videos under these circumstances. They didn't say why the videos were shared or what was going on in the videos, but they did do it. And there was also a lawsuit. Remember, there were some contractors working on Ring's systems. They were watching people's videos without their consent, like it was YouTube. They were just watching whatever they wanted to watch. Now, who knows what they saw? They could have seen some really personal moments, because I think Ring has cameras inside the home as well, not just the outdoor doorbell cameras. So that was a pretty big thing, and they settled that lawsuit. So I think this, more than anything, is a way for them to try and clean up some of their image, because you have other video doorbells out there. Personally, I have the U5 doorbell. It works great. No subscription needed. Then you have Arlo. You got the Google Nest. You got all kind of doorbells that do the exact same thing that Ring does. So I think this is a way for them to try and compete with others by saying, hey, we're not going to be helping the police anymore by having this tool inside the app. Now, before I get into my opinion about this, let's check out a news clip. And of course, this will be in the box. If you're on IG, please visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Surveillance video in the manhunt of Romeo Nance, like these images of his car, were instrumental in tracking him to Texas. At-home security cameras now go beyond personal safety. They have become a crime-fighting tool, giving police a new view of crimes happening all across the area. But there are now limitations on how law enforcement can access these videos. While some are calling it a win for privacy, others disagree. CBS 2 is always investigating. Our Jermont Terry live for us tonight, hearing from officers about how this could impact their cases. Jermont?
Let's pause right here. Now, I'm kind of torn on this, because I understand some people's privacy concerns. Because check it out. If you want to share your video of what's happening in your neighborhood, that's one thing. But see, you have neighbors and people that don't want their particular area to be shown. They may be in the video. So it's not just about the person who has the camera. It's about those that are around. Okay, you're fighting crime. You're able to track people, but you're also tracking others. And then the criticism is, well, you create kind of a surveillance state, a police state, where everything is recorded and you have no privacy, even right in your own home. So that's the concern. But let's see what they say here.
Joe, Marionette Park Police is one of dozens of agencies in Illinois who rely on Ring video to help solve crimes. But this move by Ring places a new hurdle for all agencies to get access. Across Chicago and the suburbs, Ring doorbells are easy to find in neighborhoods. And in recent years, police departments quickly gained access to the Ring footage. Yet now, Ring says police departments can no longer use its neighborhood app requesting any video.
Well, I was a little disappointed.
Commander Joe Garrett with Marionette Park Police disappointment centers around how this will impact the job.
It's a great tool because it helps us start investigating crimes and issues right away.
Marionette Park is one of many police departments in Illinois who teamed up with Ring to access video from neighbors. But
and that's something else, though, what he said about being able to get footage right away, because a lot of times when you're investigating crimes, things that are happening, time is of the essence. So something happens at 12:01 a.m., you're able to go into the Ring app and ask people immediately if they have anything, can they give it, etc. Can you help? That's kind of what's going on. Now, again, I think the key here is it's request for assistance. So they're saying, hey, can you please help us? It's not a matter of give the video over. That's a key distinction. I think that's okay to ask, but people say that having that kind of environment where that's a possibility creates kind of a police state. So I kind of understand both sides of the argument, although I'm more in favor of being able to have that tool than not having the tool as of right now. Let's continue.
now there's a slight about face.
Ring, as a private company, is probably worried about lawsuits that come to them through civil suits and having to pay out money.
Yeah.
Ring adds police departments can still use the Neighbors app to share helpful updates and community events. It just will not allow police departments to request any video directly through the same app.
It's a fight for privacy. And it's part of our culture, I get it, right? There's always give and take. You know, we'll learn to adjust to it. If we have to get search warrants from now on, we'll have to learn to be a little bit quicker about it.
While Commander Garrett points out this may slow down the process, Marionette Park Police and other agencies can and will continue to call or knock on doors to get the job done.
That's what I figured they would do, because it's one thing to be able to ask for it in the app. But, okay, if you know a crime happened in X, Y, and Z place, all you got to do is go to the particular area and then knock on doors. But see, now that creates another situation where police are shown, like, okay, you're in the marked car going to somebody's house and asking. That can alert people around that that person is being contacted. Maybe they quote unquote snitched, and that might lead the person in danger. So they may be less likely to give up the video or talk to you at all in that situation. But if they're able to give you the video privately through the app, they're probably more likely to do that. It's like leaving an anonymous tip versus going down to the police station yourself saying, hey, X, Y, and Z person did it on this time and this date. You want to be anonymous. You want to have the level of anonymity, and the internet provides that. It provides the anonymity, and it also provides the speed at which you need certain things to happen to get an investigation done properly. But let's continue.
My worry about this is it's going to slow down our process.
Yeah.
And these are voluntary citizens we were talking to with their cameras anyway. So it concerns me because it could really lengthen the amount of time before we get some information out or before we try to apprehend somebody.
Now, privacy watchdogs, they have all along questioned this relationship that Ring and police departments have had over the years. So tonight, this appears to be a win for the privacy groups. These new changes, they all go into effect at the end of the month. Reporting live in Marionette Park tonight, Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News. Joe?
So, yeah, shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Jermont Terry out there. CBS News, Chicago, Marionette Park. Yeah, I don't like the new move, honestly. I don't like the new move. I understand privacy concerns of some people, but I think, hey, look, it's my camera. It's my video. I can't share it. If the police ask, that's the key. That is the key. It's a request for assistance. Hey, if anybody saw something, say something. If you don't want to, if you don't want to share your video, that's totally fine. Now they're going to have to go to people's houses, knock on doors, make it obvious, put people in risk, harm's way. Then they got to go get a warrant, go through all this process, going to a judge and getting everything approved and doing all this jazz, when it could be a lot easier and a lot smoother by simply requesting for the public's assistance. I don't see what's wrong with the two. I think as I close, it's, as the officer said, it's about Ring being a private company, worried about lawsuits, worried about having to pay out money, and trying to compete with other camera systems, other doorbells, indoor cameras, or whatever. Again, they had that whole kerfuffle with the contractors looking at videos, people's cameras like it was YouTube. Okay, looking at people's indoor stuff, maybe even in the bedroom, all that kind of, you know, they're coming off of that. So it was like, okay, we got to make sure we keep our market share and keep our position in the space well known. We want to be the household name for these kind of cameras. So what can we do to further that? This was probably a business decision and not one about public safety, because in my opinion, it impacts safety in a negative way. This is not necessarily a good thing. I understand the privacy concerns, but at the same time, people, like, the cameras are there anyway, so we could see kind of what's going on. And if we got crimes and things like that happen, I think that it makes sense to request a video. I mean, you might have kids getting kidnapped, people deleting other people. There's a lot of bad people out here and bad things that are done. And if you're able to get that video in a short amount of time, you could save lives and prevent other crimes from happening. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what's happening here? Do you think that this was a good thing for Ring to discontinue this feature in the app that, again, is voluntary? Police are asking for the videos and not just straight taking them through that tool. Is it a good thing that they have done away with this? Is it a bad thing? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think it's a bad thing. I think overall, I understand the privacy concerns from people. I get it, but I think overall it makes sense because it's a request. Hey, if you have anything that can help us with the investigation, then can we please get it? I think that is an okay thing to do, especially since, again, you have the anonymity. You're not going to be obvious. Nobody knows you did it. You can submit it and say, here, there you go, boom, and then they can figure out what's going on and take it from there. It's a good way for the police and citizenry to collaborate with each other. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.